Introduction. The Siege of Vicksburg in 1863 marked a crucial turning point in the American Civil War. Union forces, led by General Ulysses S. Grant, surrounded the Confederate stronghold of Vicksburg, Mississippi, after a series of strategic maneuvers. The Confederate garrison held out for over 40 days but eventually surrendered on July 4. This victory, combined with the Union's capture of Port Hudson shortly after, gave the Union control of the Mississippi River and split the Confederacy in two. The fall of Vicksburg is often seen as a key moment in the war, severely weakening the Confederate war effort. Background. After a series of successful battles and maneuvers, Union General Ulysses S. Grant forced Confederate General John C. Pemberton to retreat to Vicksburg, Mississippi. Pemberton's army was significantly weakened, and he knew that Union General William T. Sherman was preparing to flank him. Pemberton chose to withdraw to Vicksburg, burning bridges and devastating the surrounding area. The Union forces occupied strategic positions and repaired the bridges, cutting off Confederate supply routes. Despite hopes for relief, Pemberton's decision to defend Vicksburg ultimately sealed the fate of his troops and the city. The fortifications around Vicksburg, including forts, trenches, and redoubts, made the Confederate defense formidable but were eventually overcome by Grant's larger and advancing army. Battle. During the American Civil War, General Ulysses S. Grant launched a series of assaults on Vicksburg, Mississippi, in an attempt to overwhelm the Confederate defenses. On May 19, 1863, Grant ordered an assault on the stockade Redon, but it was easily repulsed. The failed assaults damaged Union morale and boosted Confederate confidence. Grant planned another assault for May 22, but this time with greater preparation and a wider front. Despite initial optimism, the Union assaults on May 22 were also unsuccessful, resulting in heavy casualties. Grant then decided to settle into a siege and began constructing entrenchments around the city. The Confederate soldiers and citizens were trapped, and conditions deteriorated rapidly. Grant received reinforcements and continued his siege, bombarding the city with artillery and naval gunfire. The Confederates suffered from shortages of food and supplies, and diseases spread among their ranks. Grant's forces relentlessly bombarded Vicksburg, reducing the town to ruins. The citizens sought shelter in caves and dugouts, earning the nickname Prairie Dog Village. Grant relieved General John A. McClernand of command during the siege due to a rivalry. Despite Confederate attempts to break the siege, Grant remained resolute. The Siege of Vicksburg ended with the surrender of Confederate forces on July 4, 1863, marking a significant victory for the Union in the Civil War. Aftermath. Vicksburg was the last major Confederate stronghold on the Mississippi River. Its capture completed the Northern Strategy, the Anaconda Plan, and significantly weakened the Confederacy. The surrender of Vicksburg, along with Port Hudson, gave Union forces control of the Mississippi River for the rest of the war. This victory, combined with General Robert E. Lee's defeat at Gettysburg, is considered a turning point. It divided the Confederacy and severed communication with the Trans-Mississippi Department. Vicksburg National Military Park now preserves the battlefield, including forts, trenches, and historic monuments. The park suffered damage in 2020 due to heavy rainfalls, threatening its landscape and cemetery.